Now, today in cartoon breaking news, that people are sort of in between excited and hitting this that making a live action Popeye more than later on in today cartoon breaking news. The second highlight of this breaking news is the fact they making a Marvel series, a miniseries, a anime series for the adults, more that later on. And third will be DVD releases of all animation from Cartoon Network, but more talk about later on. And top of all this, plus so much more. Of course, this is the first time on my channel. My name is Rachel. I like to talk about animation. Not just animation, I do the reviews, first impressions, cartoon theories, and sometimes, if I have some spare time, cartoon breaking news. Of course, I do like if you put a comment, like, and subscribe if you like how this is going, because anything you put on that actually help my channel be bigger, because let's face it, I am a small channel. I only have 800 and some subscribers. Of course, my goal this year is to pass 1,000 subscribers, and I am getting very close. Thanks all of my subscribers, commenters, and everybody who likes to put something on my channel just to actually help out. And you have to say thank you, just putting a like, comment, and subscribe. Every little thing really helps. I am completely gratified, especially all the subscribers I'm getting the last couple of months. I just really thank you for your support. But all of that, let's start with the cartoon breaking news. Now, at first said we gotta follow is from DTTV, if I said that correctly. It's sort of a Twitter account owned by Disney, and that account only focuses on basically cartoon news or cartoon anything from Disney. And they actually are talking about or tweeting about that Matt Reilly is sort of confirming he is working on the third book of Amphibia. The fact Matt Reilly on his own Twitter account did ask a very odd question. A reason was sort of odd that because he couldn't say he was working on the book by contract, so he had to set up sort of a weird way to ask this question. The question was, would you prefer a art book or a graphic novel? And his fans responded a graphic novel, but we really didn't know why he asked that. It was speculation that he probably create a graphic novel because it's sort of obvious how he asked it, but nothing really came true till now. In fact, after the artwork shows actually is working on, he did announce, yeah, he is sort of confirming his sort of a gamer interview that he is confirming he is actually working on the third book that could be a graphic novel, and it is. But he did not spill all the details understanding what this could actually be, because we don't know if it follows someone very specifically or follow the lore of Amphibia or what exactly, or it could be a future sort of kind of event to see how everybody has changed over the years, sort of continuing the story of Amphibia in book form or graphic novel in this case. In fact, let me ask this question: what do you want to this graphic novel could be? You want to follow some of the characters, you want to continue the story, or you just want to hear little stories here and there, or focus just the lore of Amphibia even more? But because, let's face it, Amphibia was sort of have so much more potential because how unusual it really is, how not a word isekai is that how he built the world, that sort of weird kind of lake swamp feeling that you know there's something there even more that not yet fully tapped. And that could be a lot of possibilities because you've seen the show, you know what I mean, because you have a lot of fun things that Matt can explore. But besides that, that's all I can say. Are you excited? You hope to get more books? Tell me down below, let me know. I got nothing else to say, just let's talk about the next segment. Now, CNN News Twitter account that actually is a very reliable source, is also owned by Cartoon Network, that actually is reporting they're actually giving out DVDs straight from Dexter Labyrinth, the complete season, of Beetlejuice, the complete season, Steven Universe, the complete season, and re-release, and also Season 1, My Adventure in Superman. On top of all this, is also reporting that the first time ever, the Blu-ray from Scooby-Doo A Summer Alley will be re-released, and with the sequel that everybody hates will be added to it for your own complete collection. If you like the sequel or not, something to sort of interest you if you want to buy the DVD/Blu-ray, but most of them are just Blu-rays or complete collections of each series, except for My Adventure Superman. It just has one complete season for right now. Later on, they probably will sell the second season. But besides that, are you excited or not? Especially you have the re-release of the complete Beetlejuice series, because at a certain point they stopped selling it. They're just not gonna make it anymore. But I'm guessing because the new images and the sequel of Beetlejuice is coming out and getting having more hype little by little, I think Warner Bros. Decided, you know what, let's re-release the Beetlejuice series. In fact, it's one of the few anime series based on the movie that the creator Tim Burton actually helped work out. Usually, the creator of whatever movie becomes a cartoon never really likes to work off the anime series. I will know only two, that be Beetlejuice and the real Ghostbusters. That's the only two times that the creator was so interested in investing in their own projects, they even helped work out in the anime series. So it's one of those sort of neat kind of things. It's also very weird because Beetlejuice wasn't as exactly as the movie. It just went a very weird direction, but it still holds up today, even that sort of strange reimagining in a way. Besides that, are you excited or gonna buy the DVDs? Tell me now. Tell me down below. Let me know. Let's talk about the next segment. Now, this segment focuses on a special exclusive from Variety, actually stating there will be a new Spider-Man verse short from Sony dropping on YouTube channel of their own Sony animation channel on YouTube. Will be dropped on March 27 at 6 a.m. And of course, they'll be working with a sort of organization called the Self-Help Bug organization. That basically this organization main focus of self-help, that people has problems, they don't know how to deal with it, but need to talk to someone to understand what's going on with them. And this short is sort of give you that push that someone like Miles Morales, who is a hero, a high school student, that he doesn't know how to deal with this, that he's sort of a push to talk to someone. And that's sort of the focus of the short, in other words. And to some be aware that is mental illness is a thing, that the biggest problem is actually asking for help. And that's basically the whole program focus on this short. To be aware, it's okay, everybody's had problems, just need to basically seek for help, in other words. That's basically the short of it. And hopefully it'll be good, we don't know. Usually I've seen special shorts to help people do or be aware of something go really bad or something really good. Depends how they do the shorts. Hopefully they be good, hopefully be well handled. But besides that, hope you are interested, because we can have more Miles Morales contact to hold us up for the third movie. But of course, how I read this article is not really fully connected, but at the same time it is connected to the movies in a way that sort of how you read the interpretation of the shorts. But besides that, how you feel about this? You are excited? I'm not sure. You gotta wait to come out. Tell me down below. Let me know. Let's talk about the next segment. Now, this segment is very interesting. That in fact, believe it or not, Toon Hub actually is reporting that Boy to Hammer will be streamed worldwide on Netflix. If you don't know, you didn't see my last cartoon breaking news, that they report that I think it was Toon Hub, I don't know what other Pacific news platform did report that actually G Kids, who were the one who distributed all Ghibli films, made a re-deal with HBO Max or Warner Brothers to keep all the films of Miyazaki on their streaming service, specifically even Boy and Harem, because they won an Oscar. And they just sort of make the re-deal against to keep the movie on their streaming service. But it seems somehow Netflix just whooped in and bought the rights with Boy in the Harem. Now they're streaming worldwide on their own streaming service. So it's sort of weird and strange how that happened. I'm guessing they were too slow, or if that they made a pre-deal before the other deals. Honestly, the small tweet doesn't really go deep and depth what actually happened, but it's about to happen. That wait for Netflix a drop of Boys and Harem if you didn't have the chance to see it in theaters. But interestingly enough, that they do continue talking about this small tweet that we release on HBO Max or Max, depends where you are right now, how they changed the streaming service. That will be released also there, but it's not yet reported what time. And just sort of interesting how everything happened because it was sort of done in paper. I'm guessing that was before paper, maybe too slow. Your guess is better than mine. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but it kind of blows my mind. It did happen. I'm just wondering who was the second that was just slow doing the paperwork, or they just did a deal before the paperwork, or they just have a better deal that decided, you know what, let you have this movie. But other than that, you found this interesting. Are you excited? You're not seeing the theaters, or you gotta wait to come out and HBO Max or Netflix? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Let's talk about the next segment. Now, this segment is focused on, again, the Twitter account of Toon Hub. They are reporting the first images of Good Time Reboot, and also the trailer from Netflix. And I've seen the trailer and also the images. It looks really good. In fact, even that, I have to say, I have never had the chance to see in the original series. That, I'll be honest with you, I always wanted to see it, but I always forgot it. I would never have the time to watch it because it's on cable. I'm a cable kid a long time ago. I used to watch at AMC, not the theaters, the TV channel. They usually run a lot of Gilligan Island, Leave the Bieber, all the old TV shows like Moving On Up, The Will Smith Show, and etc. But they always promote Good Times, but it never was the perfect time to actually watch it. So this could be a new experience for me, sort of rewatching something that I heard of, but never got the chance to see it. In fact, if you watch the original series of Good Times, do you recommend it? Tell me down below, let me know. But besides that, this images and the trailer did sold it to me, the point that I will review later on when it actually comes out. Because this looked so good. The image, how they move, it reminds me sort of the European style, how you animate. In other words, if you watch a lot of European cartoons, especially more adult European cartoons, they have this sort of, they want to be realistic but still cartoony kind of vibe. The sort of, I don't know how to describe it, kind of rough edge to it. It's weird to way to describe it, but almost 2D. That sort of almost comic book feel, but not American comic book feel, if you know what I'm talking about, in other words. But besides that, it did impress me. The trailer looks smooth, the character looks likable, and all the art direction that go with it just looks so great. In fact, you are the original fan of the Good Times. Do you like when it's coming out, or you're not sure yourself? Tell me down below, let me know. I got nothing else to say. Let's talk about the next segment. Another one from Toon Hub's own Twitter account that is reporting that the first 6 episodes of the anime series is now streaming on Paramount Plus today on March 21st. And that's sort of a surprise because when this was sort of announced, the trailer, that was owned by Netflix. That's the one who has the right to streaming on that platform. But nobody realized that actually Paramount Plus has the rights. And I was sort of surprised because I don't remember nobody reporting this. It just sort of just dropped today. Yeah, I was sort of shocked because no one was expecting this. Because the first time I saw the trailer, I was like, oh, they promoted now they have the rights. And you look at it, no, it's streaming right now, the first 6 episodes. Of course, I'm not 100% sure I could review it because I never really played the game based on this animated series. If I do review it, it's sort of a more casual review, so I'm not sure they might be the right person. I think about it, if I do review it, I do, but besides that, I've seen the first 6 episodes on Paramount Plus from this new series. Do you like it? Do you hit it? Tell me down below. Let me know. I am very curious, especially if you're a fan of the video game, how is so close to the original or not. Tell me down below. Let me know. It's just sort of a shock that Paramount Plus, the lowest of all streaming service, or second lowest, got this before Netflix. That Netflix had the rights and somehow they stole them from them. Are you wondering what's going on? What happened from the deal? why they sort of switch somewhere less known streaming service. It's just sort of strange, but it's sort of a W if it's any good from Paramount Plus, because let's face it, all the anime series from Paramount Plus, or aka Nickelodeon, usually they suck. They're never really good. They just rehashing the same ideas using Love House or SpongeBob in that set. They are trying new anime series, but most of them are okay. Like they're trying, but usually they just have one good one, and the rest of them is just bad, bad, bad. But besides that, it's sort of a W, I guess. Find out after I watch the series if I review it. So once again, tell me down below you actually seen it. You think it's good or not? Tell me down below. And I got nothing else to say. Just let's talk about the next segment. Another one from Toon Hub. They basically post the critic score of Rotten Tomatoes. What the difference between the just normal fans and the critics. Usually they sort of divisive. Sometimes the critics are just giving a high score, but you actually watch it, you completely disagree. And the normal normies score that people who not critics do like it or do hate it. But interesting enough, sometimes both sides do agree about a movie or series. And XMen 97 was one of those that both sides agree. Just a small slight difference of the score, but the normie score, people who love X-Men, most of them do agree actually is a great show. But be known, I'm not seeing the show, so I'm not sure it's any good or any bad. But it seems everybody agree this show hit that sweet spot. That sort of, let's face it, sort of a nostalgic spot, because the creator or the showrunner got fired, but we don't know why he got fired. Everybody thought, oh, the show is bad, that's when they fired him, or some type of a narrative kind of political thing he's trying to do. Everybody just watched the show and says, no, it's pretty normal. It's how the show was at the very beginning. Very soap opera, very political, very what it was. Only people who complain are people who are very political channels who complain about everything just to get some video out. This is for the fans of X-Men 97. People who just enjoy this specific soap opera X-Men. Because let's face it, it is a soap opera in animation form with superheroes. But besides that, but the majority, they just enjoy, in other words. That hopefully later on I do watch it, because I am an X-Men fan also. But I just didn't like this version as a little kid, a little bit too soap opera, especially if you're Latino, and Latino people love their novelas, and I just don't like that on the X-Men. But who knows, I give it a try in the future. But besides that, if you've seen the show, do you like it, you disagree with the score, or you feel like, yeah, everybody agree, it's a great series. At least for now. You know how Disney Plus is. It starts really great, and later on just crashes, burns. But hopefully not. Now, I got nothing else to say. Let's talk about the next segment. I almost forgot about this one. The last work of Toru Toriyama, or aka the creator of DBZ, DB Super, he also Dr. Slump. He also created a new anime series and also a video game called The Dead Sandman, or I think how you're supposed to say it, the Sandland series. Will be released on Disney Plus now, but it's saying on Disney Plus, but I don't not heard a lot of people talking about it. I guess it was sort of a typo, because supposedly it also be released on Hulu. Yeah, I checked, it's not there. So I'm guessing later on. Usually they report something, but anything with Disney, it always was sort of a delay for some reason or misreporting. So I'm not sure what's going on, because I checked in Hulu and the Sandlands is not there, but supposed to be on Disney Plus. But of course, I am truly guessing this come out on Japanese Hulu or Japanese Disney Plus, because I'm not seeing on Hulu. I'm not sure people actually show up in Disney Plus. I'm not checked. Tell me down below if you've seen Sandland. Is on Disney Plus or not. I'm not 100% sure myself, because sometimes, once again, anything Disney related, especially anime, they always report it, but also misreport where exactly. So I'm guessing the Sandman have been released on Japanese Disney Plus or Hulu Disney Plus in Japan. This is, I'm guessing, because I don't see it on Hulu. I'm not going to get Disney Plus to check if it has seen the Sandland series. But hopefully it is good. In fact, if you've seen it, did you like it? Tell me down below. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't know for sure I'm gonna review it, but I am sort of interested. Maybe I get Disney Plus just to see this series. But I got nothing else to say, just to let you know this is a thing. But besides that, let's talk about the next segment. Now, this is so a surprise that every single news champion is reporting that will be a Popeye live action movie. This is not the first time, this is the second time. But the only problem is the IP of Popeye had been sort of ruined because it mishandled by Sony and other different people with this sort of problem, because they don't know what to do with Popeye. The last time they actually do, like for example, a live action Popeye was the Robin Williams version that was good, was well made, directed, but the only problem is it's sort of mishandled by the producers, and the director keep arguing about how to make the movie. And that's how the movie became sort of infamous, because the movie was okay. It wasn't amazing. I thought it was sort of mixed around the audience. Wasn't sure it was good or bad, because it did it sort of kind of like a movie, but you watch the movie, you feel like little shorts connected together, and that's what it feels. It's one of those that you have the right director, right writer, right actor, but the studio meddled so much in the movie, it kind of ruined its full potential. And now they remake it again with a new adaptation of Popeye, but it'll be more grittier, more grounded, and more over the top. The fact, interestingly enough, people are jaded because they are still wondering what happened to the Sony version of Popeye made by Gini Katagasi, the creator of Dexter Laboratory, Samurai Jack, and also Primo, and many others animated series, because once again, it was the right director and also right writer to make Popeye. In fact, if you've seen enough, someone leaked the unfinished footage of Popeye, and you can see it has so much potential if you had the chance to see the footage of that, because it's very hard to find it. But besides that, it's one of those things that fans are a little jaded that why we don't have the Gindi version of it, because he was the right person for the Pacific Project. But later on, Gindi did report that he was sort of divisive work with it because of once again, executives meddling in the work or misunderstanding the animation artwork, that they want to do sort of changes in the last minute, but it's this animation, you can't really change things. On top of this, they want to do sort of modern music in the animation series, or the animation series, the project of Popeye, and Gindi was against it because when you do this, you'll be completely outdated. So we have to use old music to actually make it relevant. And that sort of argument and different arguments like that meant Gindi to sort of kind of walk away from the project, because it's sort of fighting with the executives over and over again. This is the reason why the Gindi version of Popeye will never get made, especially now, because Gindi is really basing not just one project, several projects. One Primo, Unicorn Eternal, and Fix, Black Knights, and other different projects not yet announced with Gindi. On top of all this, he has a contract with Warner Brothers. So yeah, don't expect him to go back to Sony to make Popeye anytime soon. It's happening like a dream. It all will be a dream because Sony executives. It give you an idea what kind of issues they have doing the animated project of Popeye. In fact, I'll be honest, they always mismanage the property of Popeye. Always. It's always like bad luck. In fact, the last anime series was Hanna-Barbera was very bad received because it sort of was against what Popeye really was. They try to make it more hipster-like, in other words. I mean, more kiddie-like. In fact, they went that direction because they went that direction that sort of the IP sort of got forgotten of the other generations, or at least not aware of now of pop culture. And that's sort of the issue with having IP, because people want to make money, cheap money, and then never think of the future. They just go the cheap sort of direction outwards. And this is the reason why Popeye slowly was sort of dying, that they're not really protecting or making the right people take this IP seriously. At least this is what happens with Popeye. Now, you care about this, you actually hope this live action was really good, or you're one of the fans who you want to see the Guinea version of Popeye finally realized. Tell me down below, let me know. Let's talk about the next segment. Now, this segment could be the most ironic post on Twitter, that supposedly 200 reporting that Netflix will release the fourth film of SpongeBob Save Bikini Bottom on summer. But ironically, the whole movie was leaked on Twitter and downloaded hundreds of times, and now you can actually find it on the pirate sites. I won't tell you which ones, you can find it yourself, but I do not recommend it. I don't. But it's sort of ironic they still attempted to sell this on Netflix, knowing a lot of people did side. So it's sort of pointless, but at the same time that they now have to by contract. It's sort of a mess in a way. So yeah, I'm wondering it could be a very good, strong IP, especially hearing that the movie is not really that good. It's sort of mentally now where it's more mid. At least the people who watch it, that heard they talking about it, was sort of an overrated movie now where it's not really that good to begin with. But besides that, do you care? Will you watch it on summer on Netflix, or this whole entire thing give you a bad taste because how they handle this movie? Especially knowing that Netflix was unhappy of the first film they made of say Bikini Bottom. Do you know they actually asked Nickelodeon to fix the movie and resell this movie again? So we don't know the movie we saw, or the people who saw Pirated is the original one or the new version of the film. It's sort of a question we about to be answered when summer comes out. But besides that, are you curious? You gonna watch it or not? Tell me down below. Let me know. Let's talk about the next segment. Now, this from IGN reporting on their Twitter account that Marvel is now working on a new project called Marvel Zombies. This new project will be a miniseries because the original What If animated series from Marvel did a sort of episode of Marvel Zombies. I'm guessing was super popular. They decided to make a animated series, or at least a mini series of that specific What If episode. But fans was sort of unhappy how they sort of treat that specific episode, because in the comic books they have its own universe. They have several sequels of Marvel Zombies because it was super successful. The only problem is it sort of ran into the ground or ran ideas of that specific universe of Marvel Zombies. But because they have so much material to work in the comics, they can actually make the first season, all the miniseries, really good, really well paced if they figure out how to do it. But on top of all this, this sort of report does state this could be a rated R miniseries. So it could be a lot of gore, a lot of violence, a lot of zombies becoming heroes. But of course, they could easily kind of miss the point, because you see the original show of What If, it was sort of more Looney Tunes zombie, in other words. And that's the thing a lot of fans did not like about that short, because they feel they kidify the scary zombies. But how the report states, this be a very mature rated R miniseries. Of course, miniseries is sort of not a good term with Disney, because every time Disney has a miniseries on their hands, it was super successful, they stretch it out to 2 seasons and still call it a miniseries, or 3 seasons and still call it a miniseries. You get what I'm saying? They just see money and they just ruin down the ground. Hopefully be good, successful, and short and straight to the point. And hopefully this be good. I don't know you, are you happy you get a second chance to see Marvel Zombies done better or not? Tell me down below, let me know. Now let's talk about the next segment. Now, to end our segment, we're going to talk about the new kind of release images of Sant Com from DNG animated studios who are actually working with Netflix, coming out this new animated movie from Christmas now in 2024, will come out on the month of Christmas. Of course, be directed by Simon Otto, who will actually help direct A Love, Death, and Robots, and also How to Train Your Dragon. This is the first director of film now. I mean, first directed film, I mean, he's the first visual movie he directed by himself. So this is a lot of hype, someone who actually helped doing Love, Death, and Robots in How to Train Your Dragon. So yeah, we just see the images, but we don't know much about, but it has a lot of potential because who is sort of in charge to making this film. Being known, director is usually only in charge in a film, not the major, but it's sort of a big deal from Otto because he has a pedigree of making good project of animated series. This is sort of his first time directing a film. And the images looks pretty good. I mean, it looks kind of basic for what the regular CGI models look like, but we have to wait to actually see a trailer to see them fully move and what they actually added on. Because let's face it, you have someone that's very successful like Disney, everybody trying to copy the Disney sort of animated format, just tweak it a little bit here and there to make it different. But this one, Sant Com to Town, could be the same thing, but to see what they do different. But the reason why I am talking about it because this is Otto. So I hope whatever he does will be very unique and special. In fact, are you excited of this new Christmas special movie? Could be a classic, could be not, depends of Otto. He has a very strong lineup of his history showing he knows what he's doing. So hopefully it's another W from him. That's all I can say. There's much to talk about. Do you like any segments? Do you want to talk about, or I missed a specific cartoon news that you think I should talk about? Tell me down below. Let me know. I got nothing else to say. Just thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a wonderful day. Bye.